What's up? I'm Tisha. Welcome to another episode of Lipstick Diaries podcast. I know it's been a minute. Y'all don't beat me up, okay? Look, I'm trying, all right? But I'm back. I'm here with another episode. I hope you guys been well. Hope you guys been taking care of yourselves. You know, we all got to make sure we taking care of ourselves on a daily basis, okay? Before we do anything, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what you doing? What you waiting on? Okay, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to 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 subscribe to the channel. Okay, so you know when I have you already know what's up. I ain't gotta tell you nothing because you already know what's up because you subscribe, right? Okay, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'll make sure I leave my information down below in the description box. Okay, but before we get to smearing any lipstick today, I do have a few products that I do want to let you know. The first one is today's lip gloss is going to come from Fenty. Fenty Beauty. Yeah, we gonna move on to a little bit some little different. Okay. I like Fenty gloss bomb gloss bomb creams, right? Because they're so light. They're not really light. They're kind of thick, but they're not like sticky thick. It's thick in the sense of you don't have to keep putting it on your lips all day long. So this is what it looks like. You can see it. This is the shade Fenty Glow. It's like a pinkish, like kind of. It's a pinkish color, but when you put it on, it pretty much comes out clear. It's a little bit of a pink tint, kind of, but not a whole lot. It's just like if you wanted a little razzle dazzle on your lips, that's when you would use this one. All right. I have another one too. That one has a tan, a hint of tan to it. I don't remember the name of that one, but I'll be sure to showcase that one as well. So you can kind of see the difference. It's not really much of a difference when you put them on your lips, except that this got a little bit of more of a slight pink tint to it. It's not when you get the gloss bomb creams, like, and really, I'm sorry, this is not the gloss bomb cream. It's just a gloss bomb. Now the gloss bomb creams are like full blown color, like it's like a liquid lipstick with gloss to it, if that makes sense. These are just lip glosses. That's why it's like a little bit of a tint to them. It's not a whole lot of color. It's not supposed to be a whole lot of color with the gloss bombs. It's really supposed to just be just something to, give you a little shine on your lips pretty much. Okay. So that's that. Also, I did purchase, like, because I know y'all see my hands is like really bare. I'm really childish by the hands right now. I don't like my nails to not be done. Like, I'm taking care of things. I told you it's been a minute. I'm trying to fix some things out. Okay. But I have been wearing press-ons lately. Like I've been, having people make press-ons for me, or I've been buying them. Well, not buying them. Well, yeah, I haven't buying them, but I bought them a while ago. I brought like over when the pandemic first started. I knew I couldn't get my nails done. Don't ask me why I have my nails done was so important during the pandemic. It wasn't like we could really go nowhere, but it's beside the point. Okay, so what I was doing, I was buying press-ons from anybody that was making them, and I just started buying like some by Kiss and the ones you can get at the store. So like I got a lot of press-ons at home. Like I have a lot in a drawer. So ideally I don't have to really get my nails done when I want to, because I do have like really decorative press-on nails. Okay, but these I purchased from a friend. Actually, she's actually a really good friend of mine, but she has a business. She does nails. She actually does nails, but she also makes press-ons. This is her business card. I know it's really custom tips by Co. It's by Tips by Co on Instagram. She does make press-ons, but she also does nails in the Dallas area. So if you are a listener, or you know somebody in the Dallas area, in the DFW area that needs their nails done, they like the extendos, and they like all the clackety clacking and they like the design. She does freehand design. She's very talented with that. Then you need to have them hit her up. I will leave her Instagram information below so that you can look her up and look at her work. But these are the press-ons that she sent me. And when you buy press-ons from her, she puts a message in the box. So like mine says, "What's stopping you? Go do it, girl. Love, Coco." I don't know if you can see it. She hand writes messages for you. It's probably going to be a different message with each person that buys them, but she includes some glue. This is important, okay? Because the glue you get is going to determine on how long the press-on is going to stay on your hands, okay? Because I realize if you get certain types of glue, you're going to have to keep like replacing press-ons, and we ain't got time for that, okay? So she made me a ombre color. I don't know if you guys, I don't want to, aren't those so pretty? Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to put these on. I got somewhere to be next week, so I'm trying to wait until then so they'll, be fresh or whatever. But that's the set that I requested from her. I told her because I think she made this set for someone before, and I was like, I want that exact set. And she made it and shipped it off to me. So if you're looking for press-ons that look like you're going to get your nails done, hit her up. And if you're in the Dallas area and you want your actual nails done with acrylic and all that good stuff, hit her up. Okay. All right. So now that we got that out the way, let me get to what my message will be today. All right. So today I want to talk about something a little more serious, kind of serious, not nothing pressing, like, but you know. But today's topic is actually entitled "How Colorism Destroys." I found it important to talk about colorism because it's a really big thing in the Black community, especially. I'm not sure about other races or other cultures necessarily, but I know as far as the race I'm a part of, it's a really big deal. We tend to segregate ourselves within our own race by complexion, which is dumb, but we do it. But I just wanted to touch on that. We're not going to be here for a long time to discuss it, but we're just going to hit some bullet points that I felt important to discuss when discussing colorism. So let me start off with my self journey, okay? So colorism played a big part in my upbringing because once you hit those preteen years, like 13, 14 years old, this is when your confidence, your self-esteem can waver a little bit, right? Because you're still trying to figure out who you are, and then you gotta you gotta look at people on TV be glamorized, and when you see these certain people all have the same characteristics, you start to feel like you're left out. So for me, at that age, all I saw was tall, light-skinned chicks with long hair or curly hair, exotic looking chicks. You know, those were to me. That's in my mind, in my perception, those were the girls that were glamorized and the girls that were desired. I didn't really see many brown skinned girls or darker skinned girls like myself. Brown skin, dark skin, whatever you want to call it. No, it is a difference. Brown skin, dark skin are two different things, but ideally they're in the same category. So I didn't see a lot of females like that look like me that were glamorized like them. You know, like I'm trying to think of an example. You would think I know off the top of my head, but I don't pay much attention now as I did when I was younger. But okay, let's just talk about video girls. Like when I was growing up and like I was in my teenage years, the big thing was video girls. Like so, you know, you would see like Tay Hecker. I don't know if y'all know who she is, but she's a video girl. Drea Michelle, Melissa Ford. I can't even think of a lot of video girls on top of my head right now. But Keisha Dior, you know, the top video girls were always light skinned, you're right, and they were always like big booties, real baboon, you know, body shape, just everything that I wasn't. Pretty much, I wasn't light skinned. I didn't have a big behind. I didn't have big breasts. I didn't have hips. I didn't have height. I didn't have none of that. So growing up, I felt inferior, right? I felt inferior, and that was just from the media standpoint. Now, as far as my friends go, all of my friends for the most part are light skinned. It's not on purpose. Don't think I wouldn't purposely find out a bunch of light skinned girls to hang out with. Nobody does it. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I can't say nobody does it. I'm just saying I wouldn't personally do that. But growing up, all my friends were light skinned. So I felt like I was always the ugly duckling in my friend group because I was the only brown skinned girl. All the boys always were, you know, checking for them because they were the light skinned chicks and they had long hair and, you know, clear skin. And I don't know, they were everything that I wasn't in my mind. But they were my friends, so I didn't hate them, but I just wish I looked like them. I wish that I was like, you know, desired like that. I wish I was light skinned. I wish I had long, pretty hair, and I wish that my skin wasn't broke out, and I wish I had a nice size, and I wish I was a good height. Like I also hated my height, but that's a story for another day. We're not talking about height right now. We're talking about complexion. So in my teenage years, my self-esteem was really shot. I actually hated myself. I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror. Like I didn't want to see myself. I knew I didn't look like who everyone thought was considered to be beautiful or be pretty. So I never cared to look at myself. I never saw myself as beautiful or even pretty or even cute. Like I just completely felt like, nah, you ain't none of that. You would never be like who the boys will consider to be like fine or whatever. You would never be that. That's how I was talking to myself because that's not what was, you know, portrayed in real life or on not social media or in the media. So I kind of grew up with a really warped self-perception of myself, because people can tell you all day that you're pretty and you look and you are beautiful, or you're a beautiful person on the inside. Don't stop for a minute, okay? Pause. Nobody, if somebody is really not feeling how they look on the outside, the worst thing you could do is tell them that they're at least they're a beautiful person on the inside, because that does nothing for their self-esteem. That's basically saying, yeah, you may not be all that pretty, but you're a beautiful person. Not That's why you shouldn't say that. Like, if you're gonna do that, add it on. As an addition, you also beautiful on the inside as well. Because that's how I took it. Like, oh, great, I'm the ugly girl that has a beautiful personality. Freaking great. So that's how I saw it. And so I don't think that I came out of that thinking. If we being completely honest, I don't think I came out of that thinking until just recently. Like, I'm talking about like late 20s, because it may have appeared like I had a lot of like a lot of high self-esteem or self-confidence, but I really didn't. Because again, to me, I was never the desire one. I was never the one that everybody was checking for. I was never the girl that all the guys were, no, heck no. But my friends were like, and so I guess, the only way I felt adequate is like, well, at least these girls want to be friends with me. So, they must not be embarrassed of me because they don't mind being seen with me. That's the only way that got me through it. That's probably going to be a new thing for my friends that listen to this episode. If they probably, I never told them that, but that's how I felt. Like, I pretty much had to ride their coattails for my confidence, because I didn't have it. Like, I knew for a fact when nobody checking for me. Like, if I was gonna be, if it was me and all of my friends, nah, you fall in the background. They're not looking for you. Don't even look. Don't even look up. They ain't looking for you. So I got to the point where I didn't even expect nobody to say nothing to me, because I already knew. I already knew what they were looking for. So I never really paid much attention to it. So let's fast forward. I started seeing people like Kelly Rowland, Gabrielle Union, um, just different females that weren't necessarily light skinned, but they were getting a lot of recognition. Like, they were getting a lot of accolades. Like, people were like, "Oh yeah, they're really pretty, they're really beautiful," and I was like, "Yeah, they are." And as I got older and I started to shed that way of thinking, then I started to become comfortable in my skin. Not all. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I'm all the way comfortable with my skin, because there's some things I won't do because of my complexion. There are some hair colors I won't wear. There are some lip colors I won't wear, because I feel like I don't want to look stupid. Like, I'm already of a darker hue, and I don't want to make myself look like a clown. So, it's certain things that I personally won't do, just because I don't want to bring negative attention to me. I'm finally getting to a point where I'm considered to be like halfway decent. So I don't want to do nothing to have myself looking dumb. Right. So to me, I feel like darker skinned females or brown skinned girls have to work extra harder just to be considered beautiful, or to be noticed. Like, we have to carry ourselves a different way. Everything has to just be top notch, because ideally the light skinned chick is always gonna be the chick that, you know, is preferred, I guess. That was my thinking. But like I said, as I got older, I started to realize that no, no, brown skinned girls get love too. Hey, we fire too. We fly too. We can be some pressure too. And I think I don't really know what happened where I just started to feel like, yeah, I'm kind of some pressure. I don't know what happened. Nothing specific happened where I felt like, I don't know, I was tripping all this time. It was just kind of like a light switch went off. Like, I don't really know exactly specifically what happened, but something did happen. Okay. Um, but like I said, for the longest, I hated my skin complexion. I hated being brown skinned. I hated. I just wish that I was light. And at one point, I thought that my mom didn't let me do it, but I wanted to buy skin bleaching cream. I wanted to make myself lighter. My mom was like, absolutely not. You're not doing that, because you thinking you making yourself light to be beautiful. You're gonna fool around and have skin cancer. So that wasn't a thing. I never did it. But I tried. I would avoid the sun. I was like, I don't want to be no darker than what I am. I wouldn't wear certain colors because I felt like I was too dark and it wouldn't look good on me. I just completely hated my skin complexion. I just really hated it. But as I got older, I started to become comfortable in it, and realized that nah, you tripping. You really are tripping, because Brown skin girls be beautiful. Brown skin girls be bad. Like it be some fine, bad brown skin, dark skin chicks. I got friends that's some bad dark skin chicks, okay? Or brown skin. And all my friends are not light skin. And I just want us to get into I want us to understand this. Just because you're of a certain shade or your eyes are a certain color or your hair is a certain texture does not automatically make you beautiful. Okay? I feel like every shade is like women of every shades, every hair texture, every skin color, every eye color, every height. We all be fine in our own right. Like you may not get like a lot of guys telling you that. If you're looking for validation from men, it's gonna be different for you. And I think that's what the light switch was for me. I stopped looking for validation from men and started just believing for myself. And also because a lot of girls started telling me like, oh no, you are so pretty. And I'm like, you for real? Like I thought girls was like pranking me. That's how bad my perception of my skin complexion was. Because I actually thought that girls were pranking me when they would say you were pretty. I was like, is this a joke? Like, and now they're like, where you getting that from? Yeah, it was bad. But it's like when females tell you that, it do kind of hit different than every female want a guy to tell her that she look good. I mean, I don't care how you spin it. You gonna have some guy you like. If he told you look good, it's gonna mean something to you. But when females tell other females that look good, it do still hit. It's like, oh, so you think I'm like you? Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking you, girl, no, you the pretty one. And you're like, well, no, you are too, So that's what I think what the light switch was for me. Like, I didn't necessarily need validation, but to hear it come from someone else other than my mama or whoever in my family, it did hit differently and it did help. So that's why I'm always, now in my current life, I'm always trying to hype girls up. Like, do you know how bad you are? Girl, you fine. Like, you some pressure. And I mean it. I would never tell a girl who's not fine that they fine, okay? I would never tell a girl that I don't feel like she's on pressure, that she's on pressure, okay? But I will uplift her. I will make her like, it don't matter what I or nobody else think. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? And so if you look in the mirror and you don't feel like you that chick, then you got to figure out what you need to do to be that chick, man. Figure out what you need to do to feel like that person. I'm not going to ever advocate for nobody to be bleaching their skin or darkening their skin. I feel like you need to just love yourself in the skin you in. I know that sounds real cliche and real corny, but I mean, that's the truth of the matter, okay? Okay, so like I said, I was made to believe that brown skinned girls and dark skinned girls were just not attractive. Like I felt like automatically if you were brown skinned or dark skinned, you were ugly because that's how it was portrayed. And that's so not true. Okay, that is so far from the. Listen, y'all tripping. Like I'm looking at girls now, I'm like, wow, like we got some fine brown badge. What? Are you crazy? Okay. Like you get like sometimes all it takes for you to do is just to do your makeup and do your hair and throw on a fly outfit and you be all right. Like you start to feel real good about yourself, right? So okay, but the colorism thing comes into play too because I think it's a lot of layers to it. But one thing we gotta realize is that people are entitled to have a preference, okay? Now, you are entitled to have a preference. There's nothing wrong with saying that you're attracted to light skinned chicks or whatever. But when you start to automatically say, I would never date a dark skinned chick or a brown skinned chick, or heck no, I ain't never met a fine brown skin. That's when things get bad. Because I mean, I don't have no problem with a dude saying like his purpose are light skinned chicks. I don't care nothing about that because how many females have said I can never date a light skinned dude? He gotta be tall and dark. So we can't get mad at no dude when he say he want to date a light skinned chick. So that's why I say I don't really care. Because me personally, I'm not gonna say I would never date a dark skinned dude. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just normally not attracted to dark skinned dudes. It's normally brown skin or light skinned dudes where I'm normally attracted. I would never say that I would never date a dark skinned dude. I won't say that because that's not true. Because there has been some they okay, but I just wasn't attracted to them. So that's why I think people gotta realize like it's nothing wrong with not necessarily being attracted to people of a certain skin complexion because that's just how human nature works. Just typically the people that you are attracted to or that's your type tend to look like this. That's not to me. That's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you get to saying I could never date no darky or stuff like that, that's when it's like, bro, like now that's when you becoming a colorist. Like, I don't tend to get on dudes' pictures and say stuff like, you don't have no dark skinned girls, you don't have no brown skinned girls, because he ain't gotta have none. I mean, that kind of stuff don't mean nothing to me. That don't bother me no more, because like I said, I mean, if you check the guys that I've ever been attracted to, none of them are dark skinned. And that's not by own purpose. It's just that typically that wasn't what I was attracted to. So you really can't be upset. It's not like, now if a dude is like, don't get her if she only get her if she light skinned. Now that's okay. That's a problem. But if somebody say, go find all the finest chicks you can get, and they just happen to all be light skinned chicks, then okay, I guess. Like I wouldn't expect a dude to go out his way. I wouldn't want a dude to go out his way to find me. Like he's basically like, I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but I don't want to be no scapegoat. Put like that. Like, if you didn't automatically think of me as like, oh yeah, you come, yeah, we need you. Then no, I'm straight. That's just me. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with nobody having a preference, because everybody has a preference. Like especially females. I know for a fact, I know females who have said they can't date light skinned dudes. And I don't think they mean it in a way where like, oh no, I never did light skin. I don't think they mean it that way. I think they mean in that they're more attracted to dark skinned dudes, because if a light skinned dude come around, you turn him down because he light skinned, I'm looking at you like you sideways. Are you dumb? Like, so that's why I said you got to think about that on the other side. Guys are entitled to their preference too. Like, they decide like, normally I'm attracted to light skinned girls. Can you really be upset about that? I mean, so you got a preference. I know dudes that prefer dark skinned girls. Okay. I don't trip about stuff like that. To me, this is really a black people thing, where we separate ourselves out by light skin, dark skin. I don't know why we do that, but it's like, that's a big, as if we need to be any more divided than we already are. We done decided to divide ourselves by complexion. That is so baffling to me, but it's been done. Now, and then we go so far as to downplay and degrade each other because of it. You be really thinking you better than somebody because you light skinned? You really think you harder than somebody because you dark skinned? Like, we really doing that? That's corny to me. It's really corny to me that we do that. We need to stop doing that, because the beauty of black people is that we come in all shades. That's the one thing that I love about being African American, is because we literally come in all shades. There is not one, it's not just light skin, dark skin. It's like a range of, like, from dark to light. Like, you could be as light as this light bulb I'm looking at right now, or as dark as this speaker I'm looking at right now. Like, it doesn't matter. We come in all shades, and either way it go, we be so beautiful. We are, like, to me, we are the most beautiful race of people, because we come in so many different shades, in so many different ways. Our hair is not the same. Our eye colors aren't the same. Our complexions aren't the same. Our skin textures aren't the same. Like, to me, that's what makes us so bomb, because it's just so many different variations of us. And then we be having a nerve to, like, really ridicule each other because of those same beauty characteristics. Like, that is really astounding to me, but it happens. It happens a lot. And I feel like that's what our issue is. I remember when Tiana Taylor came out, like, she was becoming an artist. Like, I remember guys, like, clowning her. Like, they said she looked like, I forgot what they was, but they weren't talking about her in a good favor. Same thing with Ari Lennox. They even were talking about her nostrils. It's like, Ari Lennox is so pretty to me. Like, what? Why are you finding things to talk bad about someone on? Like, I don't want to do that, because I know what it feels like to feel bad about myself because someone made me feel bad about myself. That's why I don't like talking down about nobody and, oh, they look like this and they look like that. I don't want to do that, because I know what it feels like to also feel like I look like something other than what I was. Like, I don't want to make no one feel like how I used to feel. That was a very low feeling for me, and I don't want to ever make nobody feel like that. So to me, there's nothing funny about it. It's a joke that can be saved for me. Like, to me, it's not a hee-hee moment behind it. It's hurtful, and it's degrading, and it's downplaying, and it's ignorant, for lack of words. Okay. So the next thing I want to say is this: you don't have to be exotic to be pretty. Like, you don't have to be exotic to be beautiful. You don't have to be, like, from looking like you came from the islands, or be like you have to be mixed. Like, I don't know where y'all got that from. Like, the only reason she pretty because she mixed. No, she's pretty because she's pretty. Like, she don't. It ain't got nothing to do with being mixed. Stop doing that to people. Stop making it seem like the only reason you look like this is because you mixed, or because you got this. Why can't she just be pretty because she's pretty? Here's a thought. Like, I mean, you don't have to be exotic to be considered beautiful. Black women, specifically black women, but even other women of different races. I want y'all to understand that, because we be beating ourselves up because we don't look like the next chick sometimes. Me included. I mean, it's been times I look at certain girls on Instagram like, dang, like she way colder than me. Like, if I look like her, like, I gotta catch myself, like, because I'm like, no, you don't. You're not supposed to look like her, though. That's why you don't look like her. You got your own thing going on. So don't worry about nobody else. It's easier said than done. Like, listen, I'm saying this on this podcast, but I struggle with it too. Sometimes from day to day, I be looking at people like, dang, like, and they look at myself like, but I catch myself. That's the difference. Before, that kind of stuff would, like, I would dwell on it for like days. But now it's like, if I had that thought, I'm like, yo, you need to tighten up, because what you talking about? I'm saying, she's can probably look at you and be like, okay, that's why I say, sometimes I know for a fact I'm hard on myself. Like, I'm really trying to get better at that. But I know people that's listening to me can relate, that we be like super critical of ourselves because we don't look like the next chick, and the person that we thinking we want to look like, they probably look in the mirror and be like, ugh, I hate this, and look at my nose, and why is my eye so big? They can have those same insecurities. You just never know what people deal with on a day to day. Every other day I'm always saying, wow, I wish my eyes were lighter. That has been a thing for me. Okay, quick side story. So there are people in my family who have light brown eyes, but it just completely skipped over me. And it annoys me because I'm like, bro, like, if I had like the eyes like my aunt has, or a couple of my aunts have, I'd be like, and my mom always said, like, I'd be so cold if I had these eyes. I was like, why you can't just be cold where you are? Like, I mean, but sometimes, like, when I take pictures, I'm like, man, I wish my eyes were lighter. And so much to the point that when I was in my 20s, I actually wore color contacts on purpose because I wanted my eyes to be lighter. They didn't look believable at all. They were so unrealistic. Now, the contacts that's out now look a lot better than the ones that we had when I was in my 20s. And I actually might try those just for kicks and giggles. But it's just that going through all these extremes to try and look like something that you're not, it's just all because we so stuck on looking exotic. Like, that's the only reason why I'm telling you, that's the only reason why I got the contacts, is because I felt like that made me look like something other than what I was. But why? I mean, and not to say, I'm not saying something other than black, because black girls can have hazel eyes or have green eyes. Like, that's a thing. I know a black girl with blue eyes. Don't ask me how she got them. That ain't my business. But that's why I said we come in all different shades and all different variations. So, but at the same time, we as hard as it is, we have to become comfortable in our own skin and in our own bodies. I'm telling you that because I'm talking to myself too. I'm still struggling on the journey, y'all. Like, this ain't no, I ain't cracked the code yet. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, completely walk the journey to this entirety. No, I'm still on the journey, okay? Every now and then I have a setback, like, wow, you really not all that cute right now. Like, I have those moments where I'm like, or sometimes I have a moment where, like, I'm taking pictures and that, to me, it just don't look good. It's like, something ain't right today. Like, you just don't look good today. And I gotta stop saying that. Like, it's nothing that you what do you mean you don't look good today? What did you do so different where you don't look good today? That's why I said I'm working on it. I really am. I'm working on it. Like I said, this is not a long podcast at all. I'm just touching on it. But my last point is this: let's do our best to not downplay and colorize other people. Let's do our best to not, even not even just male to female. Like, we can't make it all about males. I'm talking about female to male. Like, get out of the habit of saying, I would talk to you, but you light skinned, or I would date you, but I don't do dark skins. Do you know that's hurtful? Do you know that's offensive when you say stuff like that? Let's stop saying that. Let's not, matter of fact, let's not bring up skin complexion at all. Let's do that. Now, if you with your girls and y'all drinking wine, and y'all have this conversation. Because I mean, I've had the conversation with my friends, about light skin versus dark skin, but not in a bad way. It's just more so. Normally, I date these kind of guys, or I find myself attracted to these. That type of conversation. That's fine. But in the face of someone who's trying to attempt to court you or talk to you, or someone talking to, don't bring up complexion at all. Let's just do that. Male or female, don't bring up complexion. Let's stop saying stuff like, oh, sexy dark skin, sexy chocolate. Let's stop doing that too. To me, I've never been flattered by that. Oh, you sexy for a dark skinned girl, or you cute for a brown skinned girl. You think that's a compliment? What do you mean I'm cute for a brown skinned girl? Why can't I just be a cute girl? Why can't I just be cute? Why can't I just be pretty? Do you go to a light skinned girl and say, you pretty to be a light skinned chick? No, you don't do that. That's why that's why I'm saying stop colorizing people. Just, if you're going to give somebody a compliment, leave the complexion out of it, okay? Unless you're saying something like, wow, your skin complexion is so beautiful. Cool, leave it at that. But all that, just like zeroing in on someone's complexion, let's stop doing that. Because it's not a compliment. It's not flattering. It's not appealing. Okay? And it's actually very offensive and very disrespectful. I'm saying that from male to female and female to male. Okay? Because I've heard some females say stuff too, like, I would date you, but you dark skin. You think that's flirting to you? Like, and granted, dudes may not be as, I'm not going to say that because I can't speak for them. They may not say nothing at the point in time, but it may be just as hurtful to them as it is for a female. I just don't know that because I'm not a male. I never talked to a male about it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that and see how they feel. I'm just gonna do a survey and see if that's like an offensive thing. I believe it is, but I mean, I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't pick out that's just like somebody picking out any other characteristic like about you or that you can't change. Like, ooh, you cute, but your ears big. To me, that's just as bad when you start bringing up somebody's like skin complexion. To me, what is the purpose of you doing that? Why don't you just, if you're gonna compliment somebody, why can't it just be a compliment? Why does it have to be like zeroed in on one thing? Like, so how about we just stop doing that? Let's stop colorizing. Let's stop publicly doing it too. Publicly saying where my sexy dark skin's at. Let's stop doing that. Okay, let's just come out of the complexion altogether. Okay, let's just start calling people beautiful because they're beautiful. Okay, if you are attracted to somebody, regardless of their complexion, just say you're attracted to that person and don't even mention the complexion at all. Okay. Also, let's stop antagonizing. Let's stop, ridiculing people because of their color, the color of their skin, their complexion. Let's stop doing that. Please, can we stop doing that? Because to me, it's not funny. I don't see nothing funny about it. I just don't. I never have. I never will. Maybe I'm a little bit more sensitive too because I am a brown skin girl, but I just don't find nothing funny about dark skin, brown skin jokes. Like, I just don't. I don't care if you're talking about a female or a male. I just don't see what the big whoop is. A big gotcha. What's the punchline? That you find it funny that you ridiculing another group of people in your own race? That's funny to you? Yeah. Ha ha. Yo, my name is Tisha. I host the Lipstick Diaries every week. I try and touch on subjects that I think people can relate to and people can kind of feel me on, but I can jump the gun a little bit. I go a little bit everywhere. However y'all need me to go, pretty much. Okay, but listen, make sure you follow me on Instagram @_IamTisha official, and make sure you follow us, the podcast, at Lipstick Diaries Podcast, out on Instagram. Okay, I'm going to make sure I tag the person that does the press on nails in the description. Keep tuning in, keep listening, keep sharing. I try to do this, to stay consistent, to make sure I'm giving out content I think people want to hear. But hey, if there's something that you want me to touch on, or you feel like, hey, I think you should talk about this, feel free to hit me up. Hey, don't be scared. I don't have a gun. I don't bite. I don't think I'm mean. Feel free to tell me something. Okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys heard something that I said today. Take something with it. Learn from it and just reflect on it, because if you even if you're guilty of doing some of those things I talked about, let's work on fixing it. Okay, I done said something now, so you ain't got no excuse not to fix it now. Okay, with that being said, let's be great, let's be loved, Let's be loving, and let's continue to shine our light on each other, and let's continue to uplift each other, because listen, we living in times where we need some uplifting, child. Like the day-to-day is getting to be ghetto for me, okay? So, let's continue to uplift and encourage each other. With that being said, I will catch you guys next week. Whoop!